Yeah, sometimes just a bit of a pain in the ass to get stuff sorted. So, this morning, Techniseal wood preservative, decks, fences, siding, etc., treated or bare wood, new or old, prevents mildew, rot and fungus, penetrating, leaves no surface film. Danger, poison, 1 litre. Exterior use only, not for use inside dwellings. So there's a couple of things that most people don't realise with Techniseal, and I've used it a whole bunch. Like, here's me doing a post. There's a couple of things, if you read the technical data sheet, it'll become quite clear. I've used it a whole bunch. Because the writing is actually so small on this can, you can barely read it. I'll link the tech documents down. Basically, this stuff, I've used it a whole bunch, is what I use when I'm building something that is exterior grade. So I'm building those oak posts. Normally for exterior I would use pressure treated wood, but because the post is 7x7, you know, you'd have to get 4x4s, mess around, and you're sandwiching wood and gluing wood, and I didn't want to do that. So my plan, and I've done this before, is I will use this on the outside and the inside of the post, paying special attention to the ends. Now, I also use this stuff when I'm cutting pressure treated wood or any other wood, because once you've got a piece of pressure treated wood and you cut it, you've basically taken away and you've made a fresh cut, so you've taken away the preservative. So I actually use this for treating end cuts on wood that's going to be outside, just to preserve it, fungus, mildew, whatever else. Now, a couple of things. One, this shit is super toxic. Super toxic. Wear a mask. Don't use it for interior applications, because this stuff is a VOC, is a volatile organic compound. Okay, which basically means once you've used it, you good. No wonder my focus off. Once you've used it, it's gonna gas off. Now, I did do this in my basement. Not the best idea, because your house is gonna smell like a gas station. I had no choice. I need to get this job done. So I wore a mask, did it. Wear long sleeves, don't get it on your skin. This stuff is a massive irritant. It's bloody awful for you. I've got some of it on my finger, and my fingers started to peel off because I didn't wear gloves because I'm an idiot. So you have to treat this stuff with respect. That's the easiest way of putting it. The best way of actually using this stuff is going outside, a couple of saw benches, and do it outside. Don't spill it everywhere. Do it outside. This stuff is super harmful for the environment. So do it outside on some saw benches, preferably in the sun when the wood is actually warm to touch. Now, I didn't do that. My basement's nice and warm, but it still works. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. And they're saying, you know, if you're putting this on a deck or something, don't walk on it for 48 hours. Generally, when I use it, I don't put it on decks. I yacht varnish my decks. But what I do is that post, and it's been painted for 4 or 5 days, I leave it for a couple of weeks. It's sitting over there, and it's still, you can still smell it. Now, the other thing to note, I did drop a can of this in my basement, which was great. I didn't drop it, I knocked it from about waist height. It hit, the lid popped off, so 3/4 of a litre of this dropped onto the floor of my basement and then soaked into the concrete floor, which means my basement now smells more like a gas station than it normally does. There's not much you can do with that. The only way you can clean that up is get a whole bunch of thinners, methylated spirit, throw it on it, which stinks worse than the actual product, and then get a whole bunch of soapy water and then rinse the area. Now, you're going to have to let that dry. Pretty simple, because if you go put it down the drain hole, it's bad for the environment, so don't do that. So I've just let it. I had no choice. I basically put a dam on the floor, and I'm just throwing soap and water on it. Now it's done the thinness. So top tips, outside only, unless you're in a garage. If you're in a garage and you're nowhere near a house, knock yourself out, but make sure it's well ventilated. Wear a mask. Your garage is going to stink for a very, very long time. This stuff takes a long time to vaporize off, and it takes a long time to dry properly. Now, the good things about using this, once you've done it, and I'm going to double coat my posts, I prime and then I use my paint. This stuff works really well. If you're doing a post like me, this isn't for in-ground applications. My post sits on top of something. What I generally do is use a small piece of HDPE, which is high density polyurethane, and I put a small cap on the bottom just to pick my post off of where the water's going to sit. This does do a good job. It really, really does. There's one called Wood Green as well, from a different company, but that one takes about 2 weeks to dry, and it's good. I couldn't get a hold of it. I would actually use that one as well. Wear long sleeves, wear a mask, wear safety equipment, wear gloves. The other thing, don't do it inside, do it outside. So wait for a nice sunny day and make sure that your project is going to be okay for 24 hours, no rain. I've got a little alcove outside, a little sheddy thing, so I can actually paint it, put it on a different set of saw benches, close it up and just leave it and walk away from it and not worry about it. The PDF with the actual details of this, because this is super hard to read, it is a very, very good product. Don't use it on cedar. There you go. So if you're doing a cedar product, don't use it. Drying, wait 24 hours before walking on the treated surface. Don't put this on picnic benches. Anything that is going to have prolonged skin contact, this is not the stuff to use. It's going to be there forever, and it's going to just not going to be great for you. Yeah, mineral spirits. Do not apply by spraying or immersion. Use on exterior above ground surface only. Yeah. Do not use inside houses. Yep. Do not apply on picnic table, playground accessories, or surfaces to make prolonged skin contact. Loads of text coming in. Be careful. Don't think limited warranty. But this is good. It extends the life of deck, fences, siding, fences, balconies, Made of... It's basically made of naphtha, zinc, naphthate, which is toxic, but it's the good stuff, so it means your shit actually lasts a long time. I've used this. I've never actually put it onto a painted surface because I don't believe that's what it's for. I think there's other products for that. But this Techniseal wood preserver, I've used it a whole bunch of times, and it works really well. Now, I can't say I've done something 10 years ago because I've only owned the house for 6, but 6 years going strong, we're doing all right. I didn't build the post that's rotting, so not me. Hopefully this one's going to last an awful lot longer. So that's it. That's my advice. Outside in the sun, don't do it indoors, don't drop it, and make sure you keep it away from children and pets. Like, don't drop it on the floor and have your dog lick it, because your dog's going to go straight to the vets. Wear a mask. Even if you're outside, wear a mask, because it stinks. Not bad, but it stinks enough that you want to wear a mask. So wear a mask, wear safety protection. But this stuff, I recommend it. Does a bloody good job. Right. If you've got any questions, please ask in the comments. Please. Oh. Good morning. Wow, this is really bad lighting. This is awful lighting. Is this better? This is better. Let's bring you up. No, they're zooming. Hey Jeremy, do you know how to use a camera? Yeah, well. Oh, fail.